Hi and welcome to Orbit. When the Nothing Phone 1 was announced, it gained an unusual amount of attention. Well, now the device is out for 6 months and it is quite a bit cheaper than at the start, and it got a big software update. Is it still worth it, or should you wait for the phone 2? The Nothing Phone 1 feels like an iPhone with an boxy frame and recessed glass, but it looks fundamentally different. The back is transparent and through it you can see cables, screws, a part of the speaker and several very bright LEDs. These can light up when someone calls or a message arrives. You can even use them in the camera as a light. I think they do one thing above all: attract attention. Certainly not revolutionary or a must-have feature, but it's kind of cool. Besides that, other smartphones definitely look boring compared to the Nothing Phone 1, and I celebrate the courage and the creativity of this design. The display is unlocked with a fast fingerprint sensor and has perfectly symmetrical bezels all around. Unfortunately, still a rarity and even unique in this price range. It is an awesome display and I love looking at it. With OLED technology, Full HD resolution, 120Hz refresh rate and a pleasant 6.5-inch size. Unlike initially stated, it is not 1200 but only 700 nits bright in full screen. Nothing said that an outdoor mode can come with an update, but nothing has happened yet. The vibration motor is quite showy. On the one hand, because you usually find much cheaper ones in this price range, and this one is the same as in a flagship smartphone. On the other hand, because nothing used it quite remarkable. When a message arrives, there are strange vibration patterns. The only thing that bothers me above all is that you can hear the motor at least as loud as you can feel it. And it does sound a little bit hollow in the device. The Android 13 update came late. To be exact, 6 months after the Google Pixel. To be clear, Nothing always communicated that they won't be the first doing software updates and they want to take their time, and at the time it felt like a lame excuse to say they want to do high quality updates, but now Android 13 is here and it is actually one of the best software updates I've ever seen. Despite the usual Android 13 features like more color choices in the wallpaper menu and better music control in the quick settings, app opening times are now up to 50% shorter. And I can really feel that, but not only that, the entire software runs way smoother. It feels 95% like a flagship smartphone, even though there is no flagship processor inside. Most people probably won't even notice the difference. And if there's one thing I love, then it is updates that make my smartphone faster. I'm really satisfied with the performance, although I have recently tested $1,000 more expensive smartphones. New in the update is also a dedicated weather app from Nothing, and I think it looks pretty. The QR code scanner is better now, and I found it cool how the code is directly recognized and tracked. Otherwise it is the same, very close to pure Android oriented software with the Nothing font here and there. There's very little customization, so you either like the software how it is or you're out of luck. The battery life has not improved with the update, but it has not gotten worse either. Before going to sleep, I usually still had 30 to 40% with 3 to 4 hours of screen on time. A maximum of 5.5 to 6.5 hours of display use is easily enough for one day. Once again, you can see how energy efficient the Snapdragon 778G Plus is. Unfortunately, charging is nothing spectacular, with 33 watts in 30 minutes to 50%, and there's no power supply included. Wireless charging is available, as is reverse wireless charging, including a cool LED animation. The built-in camera hardware is almost high-end. In fact, the 50 megapixel sensor from the ultra-wide angle is the same as in the Xiaomi 13 Pro, which costs $1,000 more. And the 50 megapixel main sensor is the same as in the Oppo Find X5 Pro, which costs $900 more. And those two smartphones really belong to the best of the best in terms of camera. Unfortunately, the Nothing Phone 1 proves that not the hardware but the software produces a great picture. Since the launch, there have been several updates for the camera and they have improved the pictures. The sharpness is good, but the contrast and colors are often too pale. The white balance also likes to be off sometimes. If you use the unofficial Gcam, the colors of the photos become definitely nicer, which shows that the hardware is capable of it, but the software is not. Overall, I would say you get solid but not exceptional photos. There is no optical zoom, however you can digitally zoom up to 3 times and it still looks fine, so I think the decision was right to save on a tele lens. The stabilization in videos has improved with updates, selfies are absolutely okay. I know worse. I mean, I have seen more expensive smartphones with worse cameras. And when you consider the price of less than 400 euros, it is really good and only the Google Pixel is better. The Nothing Phone 2 will have a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 and they announced that by holding up a t-shirt, which was kind of strange. And I think because of it, the Phone 2 will be at $600 euros or even more. So quite a bit more expensive than this one. And I feel like performance never was a problem and the camera hardware is great. So software is the problem here. So I do think that the Phone 2 will only have slight improvements, and because of that most people are better off getting the Phone 1 now because it is less than 400 euros and that is a great price for a smartphone that looks cool, feels great and has a solid performance. And now it is even better than the day it came out. That's it from me. I see you in the next one. Bye.